Hello, hi. My name is JayaSathivellan. I'm a first year third semester chemical engineering student, and I'm here with you to share some of my knowledge about chess in this very short presentation. Let's get straight to it. Yeah, simple introduction about myself. I am not a professional chess player by any means. I'm not really a beginner either. I'm more of an, let's say, an intermediate chess player. Like I know how all the pieces move, and like I know what you should and should not do in opening. Like for example, you should only touch your pieces once during the opening, and make sure you control the center and stuff like that. Yeah, you wouldn't get me in a scholar's mate, I believe. And yes, I started playing chess when I was in high school. I entered some tournaments when I was high school, but I never really went further with it. Like I never really won any tournaments, but I did participate every year. So that's that. And I took this course because I want to improve my knowledge on chess to further enhance my skills. I would say, and yeah. So here's some of my inspirations that make me want to learn chess more. So first we have here is Alexandra Botas. She's a very famous streamer. You can find her. She's always streaming with her twin sister Andrea Botas. She's also a professional. Alexandra Botas is a women's FIDE master. So yeah, she's a real pro. And also we have Levi Rosman, also known as Gotham Chess. You can find his YouTube channel, Gotham Chess. He's an international master. I find his videos very informative, especially for beginners. If you want to learn more about chess, you can look him up in YouTube. And of course, I had to I had to include Elizabeth Harmon here. From if you don't know, you should definitely watch the Queen's Gambit. And fun fact about Queen's Gambit is the miniseries is based on a novel of the same name. So if you want to read up, you can read it. All right, moving on. Okay, so time control. Normally there's three variations. You have the standard time control, you have the rapid, and the blitz time control. So in the standard time control, basically what it means is the minimum thinking time for each player is 60 minutes, more than 60 minutes. Yeah, for rapid, it's more than 10 minutes but less than 60 minutes. It's between 10 to 60 minutes. And for blitz, each the minimum thinking time for each player is less than 10 minutes. So it's a very fast game. If you don't know what you're doing, you cannot play blitz. So beginners, they should play standard and then rapid, and then you move on to blitz. So yeah, the other rules are for standards. You have to write down each move in your score sheet. For rapids and blitz, it's not necessary, but you can do it if you want to. Moving on. So the touch move rule is very simple. As you can see, the two people playing here. Okay, so you touch your piece. You only touch the piece that you want to move. If you don't want to move that piece, don't touch it. And you use only one hand. Like you, each move is played with one hand only. So yeah, even if you want to capture, right, you should touch your piece first, move to the opponent's square, and then take their piece. Like use one hand only, and then if you want to castle, you touch the king first, then only you touch your rook. Yeah. Moving on to the last slide here. So is a difference between checkmate and stalemate. So checkmate is your king must be under check. Okay, the square that your king is in, like for example here and here, the king is under check by the rook and the king is under check by the queen here. So, and then as you can see, there's no legal squares for the king to move. Both in checkmate and stalemate, there's no legal square for the king to move. But the main difference is in checkmate, the king is on in check, whereas in stalemate the king is not in check, and then there's no legal moves in stalemate. Whereas in checkmate, the king is also in check. That's the main difference between checkmate and stalemate. Checkmate is a win. If you put your opponent in checkmate, you win the game. But if you put your opponent in stalemate, that means it's a draw. So yeah, that's that. I hope this very short video is informative enough. And thank you for your time. Yeah.